What's going on, you legends? We are back with Battlefield 1. This is our last war story of Battlefield 1. And then in the next after these three videos, well, after this one and the next two, I should say, if that clarifies my reasoning, we will start the Battlefield 5 campaign. I believe there's about 5 or 6 parts in that. And it's the same thing as this almost, but it doesn't have multiple parts, I don't think. I think it's just one big long story. So either I may split them up or I may just do one big long video for that and then decide from there. So this last war story is called Nothing Is Written, and we need to join Lawrence of Arabia in his desert campaign against the Ottoman Empire.
In the deserts of Arabia, an insurgency war was raging years before I got to France. Tribes of Bedouins had united to fight a war that was very different from the one we fought in the trenches. Using small mobile units, they challenged the might of an empire, and they were rallied around the ideas of a single, influential warrior. Ideas of freedom and change.
Alright, so Hidden in Plain Sight is our first story. This is, as I just said, join Lawrence in the desert, basically. And then in Young Men's Work will be our second story, and then Here the Desert. So we'll start with Hidden in Plain Sight.
The Arabian Desert, a vast ocean of drifting sands and scorched, sun-baked rocks. Beneath these endless dunes, oil, the lifeblood of our new mechanical century. For more than 400 years, the Ottoman Empire has ruled these lands, controlling all that's to be found here. But the Ottomans do not rule unopposed. Small bands of Bedouin rebels have united to overthrow the empire. They strike without warning and then vanish into the desert. Fighting alongside them is a lone British officer whose exploits have earned him wide renown. The world has taken to calling this man Lawrence of Arabia. In the desert, you rely on good planning, but you also hope for a dash of luck. And luck was with us when we learned of a recently derailed Ottoman train carrying a most interesting piece of cargo.
So use binoculars to spot enemies.
A small patrol had joined the Ottomans who survived the crash. Together, they guarded the wreckage and waited for reinforcements.
There's a tent there. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a horse. Enter the rooftop hatch, and the only thing we have is a melee. We don't get a weapon, so.
A lone fighter has just one advantage over a large enemy force.
Oh, shoot.
A lone fighter can move unseen. We
I didn't realize
strive
there's a
to
guy
do
here.
what we think is right, and push through those who would stop us from achieving this. no matter the cost. Though powerful and efficient, firearms would often attract attention. You had to be prepared for the Ottomans to respond in kind.
So we're gonna sneak around this way. And hopes this person doesn't turn around. Shh, quiet, quiet horse. Don't do anything. Oh my Lord. Do we go guns blazing with the turret?
Lan böyle hayat mı olur be? Kabak sayma benim başıma patlıyor.
Oh, this is gonna help us, isn't it?
When your enemy has better weapons and better equipment than you, steal from your enemy.
I don't know if one of them is gonna come over here. Okay, they would see me. Hopefully he goes back that way. I'm gonna try to do this one as stealth as possible. Okay, perfect. Oh shoot, I didn't know you can go on down here. Okay. I didn't know you could go over here, down here. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, wait for this guy to pass. Who, you just knew I was there. You just didn't hear that? We need to get him away from that guy up top. This guy right here, who I'm looking at, we have to get him away from him because he just stands there and on top. So we take care of this guy, and we take care of him. One thing about these older styled games, like them being like in the 17, 1800s,
There's a world of difference between seeing something
is
and having it in your own two hands.
did not work. Fine. Oh, because he's on a turret. That's why it wouldn't matter. He's on a turret. Well, we took him out. Okay, I didn't know he had a mortar like that. So we have to enter the hatch real quick. Let's just go look at this supply crate deal over here. I guess I could have made my way all the way around, because then I would have a silenced gun. It probably would have been way better. Repair tool. So I have a feeling we're gonna have to repair something. Let's just pick it up. Oh, that's how we would have got up here. So this guy would have been last no matter what. I just want to look real quick, see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. So pick up the code book.
Come out! It's over.
Well, you did not think we would be fast enough to catch you here, did you? Lawrence of Arabia.
Actually, I was rather depending on it.
Lawrence. Well, this is very clever. Now the hunter becomes the hunted. So who might you be? How enchanting you are, my dear.
Ahmed.
I'll show you enchanting. If it weren't for you, I'd be free.
Free, is it? You'll be free when you're dead. And I'm happy to tell you, the Empire intends to grant you all this freedom very soon. Even now, an engine of destruction scours this desert, obliterating your allies, your families, your homes. Soon there will be nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Soon all that you know, and all that you love, will be ashes. You will all be free to die. Oh. Ah, you animal!
Zara.
Now I understand that you would like nothing more than to strip the flesh from that man's feet and send him off into the desert naked to die. But think about it.
You're right.
I'm sorry. My friend here, she can be a little brusque.
You're going to tell me how to lie to your train, so we can lure it into a trap and destroy it.
Impossible. To even begin to talk to that train, you would need an entire book of communication codes.
Oh, like this one, you mean?
You can never stop the progress of machines! One day, the whole world will take your lands and the precious black gold beneath its sands.
We shall see, my friend.
Of course, obtaining the codebook was not enough. To destroy this Iron Dragon, this Canavar, as the Ottomans had named it, we had to send it 3 encrypted messages telling it to stand down. There were Ottoman outposts scattered along the railroad tracks. The commanders there carried high-priority message capsules. We had to use those to send our orders. Infiltrating the village wouldn't be easy. A full detachment of Ottoman soldiers had occupied it. The Ottomans had chosen an isolated location for their desert outpost. It seemed lightly defended. It was also well stocked with arms and equipment. The ancient ruins were all that remained of a civilization now lost to time. The Ottoman Empire brought in the modern world with a host of armored vehicles and field guns. 3 commanders to eliminate, 3 personal message capsules to be stolen, and then sent with our false orders. How Zara tackled this dangerous and audacious mission was up to her.